we're appealing to you, write things which are based on fact, particularly of an economic and business nature. Let's try to make Zimbabwe a country where we do care about the image which we want to cast on the international capital markets. When I say capital markets, I mean people who make decisions about investment. Let's not Julia and Julie make them feel that this is a basket country unnecessarily. And also even domestic players, we don't want to discomfort them to say there are new burdens being placed on the economy without any basis or fact. That's not the right thing to do. That is by and large the basis of my statement.
Mr. Mutsvangwa, after your national meeting, there are reports that the war veterans are now in support of President Mutsvangwa. Have you changed your position from the last meetings we had? Because we remember the distance also from the president.
No, the party distanced itself from the war veterans leadership. The ball was on the other side. It was not from our side. I was expelled without a hearing by the party. My colleagues, they were expelled without a hearing from the party, and they were also being taken to courts. And before even the courts had decided on their issues, the party decided to expel them. So these are issues which were contentious at that particular period of time. The onus on that aspect is real on the side of the party and the government. And Minister Chingadube is a member of the government of Zimbabwe, is a member of the cabinet. He has been assigned and he has decided to re-engage with us. He has decided to call us for a meeting, and we attended the meeting with them. We are giving that whole process its due space so that it can come to some kind of arrangement. What we want to emphasize is that we are war veterans. We went to war as young people for the prosperity of the people of Zimbabwe. We are always concerned about that which can impinge on the prosperity of the people of Zimbabwe. We have war veterans who come from every village in the country. We have war veterans who come from every town in the country. So popular sentiment matters to us because that's what protected us when we were in the war. We were always protected by the people. We want to always feel that if the party can re-find its communion with popular sentiment in the country, it will make life easier for the war veterans because we will never want to be made to make a choice between the people and the party. We feel that the party should always be on the side of the people. But when the people begin to vote against party candidates like what happened in Norton, we view the verdict of the people as being more important than the verdict of the officials of the party. I repeat, we view the verdict of the people, the acts of the people. We put more value onto it than any opinions which a party official, regardless of his rank, may carry. And that's what we respect more than anything else because we are a democracy. We fought for democracy. So the party must always be very conscious about decisions which may make the people begin to look at it in disrepute. That, if the choice comes, we will stand by the side of the people. And that's also what we communicated, and it is in the communique which was issued by Minister Dube. That is a principle on which we will not budge as war veterans. We start from the people, we end with the people. So the party is going to shape up on that particular aspect. And 2018 is not very far away.
We wanted to register with the World Veterans Federation, and there were steps that are required by that federation, some of which are to do with reconstituting the organization into being apolitical, among other requirements of that world organ. How far have we gone in trying to achieve that?
We feel that, we can always profit from the experience of the war veterans from other wars. And this organization is at the end of the day very much apolitical. And people have got very strong views, and obviously there are certain things which were done by the assembly official which ran afoul of membership of the association. But ultimately the buck stops with the political leader of the ministry, which is Minister Chinagube. We will give him more credence and more weight than his officials. So that's how I want to put it. He is the one who is politically accountable. The permanent secretary is accountable for welfare issues. He doesn't have money. The budget doesn't have money. The Minister of Finance doesn't have money. So I think the minister, he's the one who is politically accountable. He sits in cabinet, and every once in a while he's answerable to the president. So we'll give him more credence than any other official. And if there's any strain by officials, we hope that they follow their minister and fall into line.
I think no more other questions.
Are you taking aim at the president or the vice president for those political?
Again, that statement, we never discussed the vice president, we never discussed the first lady. It's not true. Yes, we've got issues with Kasukuwere and Jonathan, and that we make no bonds about it. We have issues with them, and it is reflected in the community. Those are really what we view as the main culprits of in the G40 attempted power grab. We always have issues with those ones, but we have no issues with the vice president at the present time. Neither do we. Particularly with the first lady, we don't have. We don't have issues with the first lady. She's the first lady, she's the wife of our president, and that's how it is. She's the first lady, she has got a certain position in society, is the wife of our president, an elected president of the republic, and that position we respect. If the issues come from elsewhere, they are not coming from us. They will not. But with the other two, it's different. Particularly when the element of corruption comes in, particularly when the element of bad management of the economy, and I'm telling you as somebody who was in cabinet, I know the capacities of those two heads. In fact, I know of the incapacity of those two heads. So I pull no punches about. I also know about the abuse of the party machinery to hound the war veterans out of the party. That we make an issue with. We know they make statements against the most revered institutions of Zimbabwe, which is the army and the state apparatus. Every Zimbabwean paid a heavy price in the 1970s to create the state institutions which we have. There is no family in Zimbabwe which didn't lose a member. Amai vaningi, ninga asina kudzoka kuhondo. Baba vaningi, ninga asina kudzoka kuhondo. This institution, one of the best on the African continent, the state apparatus, the army in particular, you don't treat where even the angels fear to treat. Respect that institution, because even with our economy is the way it is, other African countries would have had coups. Other African countries would have armies which were going all over the country, but ours is disciplined. Ours has made the state stand under very, very difficult conditions, the state apparatus. Please, let's have certain things where we say Christopher can shout against Jonathan, but not stray into the area of the state apparatus, particularly the army.